Welcome, Clipart Besties. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping you create and sell digital products using AI tools, especially for platforms like Etsy or your own private website. If that sounds like your jam, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on a tutorial or a new tool breakdown. And to my returning viewers, thank you so much for being here. Your support keeps the channel going. So today's video is going to be a fun one. We're putting Artisly AI and Canva AI head to head in a real-time design challenge. I'll be using the exact same prompt pulled straight from AI Prompt Heaven. That's my exclusive monthly prompt membership designed to help creators just like you get better and faster results. You'll see both tools in action, side by side, no filters, no fluff, just honest results. And I want you to tell me in the comments which tool gave you the best output and which one would you choose for your next digital product, and even maybe why. I'll also share my thoughts on where each one shines and where they fall short. So let's dive in and see which AI tool really delivers. Okay, so in the middle, we've got Artisly Heaven's AI Prompt Heaven, right? So that's the monthly membership. If you are a member, great. This is what your dashboard will look like. If you would like to sign up, I will leave the link in the description of the video. So in the middle is the vault and where all the prompts are sitting. To the left, you've got Artisly, which is version 5, Artisly AI Designer. We'll use Artisly for a optional system today. And to the right, we've got Canva, and I think more of you will probably be familiar with Canva's AI rather than Artisly. I think so, because Canva's just been around a lot longer, and I don't think a lot of people actually know Artisly. So if it's the first time that you are seeing this tool, then I'm happy to be sharing it with you. So basically, just to speed up and not to waste anybody's time, I'm going to use the vault just to copy and paste prompts, and then we'll just see, which one of the two gives you the best output. And I know that a lot of us will have different opinions and preferences and probably customer demographics that your clients would, maybe customers might be more leaning towards Canva. But I'd like to hear from you guys why you would choose the output of a particular system. So without further delays, I hope the screen is okay. I thought I'll just set it up this way. Just do this here in the corner. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's see. I'll just like randomize. I haven't planned on a theme, so we'll just go through whatever we see in front of us, right? So we are in Tumblr wraps. We have them sub-categorized: Christmas, Halloween, professions, animals, plants, and flowers. Let's go Halloween, because Halloween's around the corner, and it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, on Etsy. So you should have started stocking up at least. But if not, you can still fill up your store. So I'm just going to go through random ones. I'm not even going to focus on the prompt. We're just copying and pasting. So let's go to Artisly first. AI Designer. You'll get two options. So I'm going to go Fast AI Image Designer, not this one. This one. On top here, I want to be here. This is where I do most of my designs for sale. And then this is my favorite, absolute favorite by number, amount of times I've used it compared to any other style generator. And there's a lot. I mean, you can see here, there's creepy vintage, watercolor portrait, coloring pages, if that's your thing, clip art. There's a couple of clip arts. There's watercolor clip art. There's this clip art. I think there's another one at the bottom. But whatever, pick your flavor. They've got it all here. Minimalist illustration, retrogram illustration, vector, sorry. So it just depends on what it is that you are going for. But for Clipart, here's another one, as I've mentioned. Here's kawaii style, watercolor style. So I love that about Artisly, there's just a lot of things to choose from, but I would advise you, if you are new to the system, try and figure out the one that's going to work for you and make money for you, if that is your objective. Not everybody uses these tools for profit. Some people have these tools for personal use, right? So if you are going to use it for profit purposes, then I would say get familiar with a few of the styles, because trying to get to know the whole system is going to be too overwhelming. But anyway, let's copy the prompt. Don't make any changes. Select 4. This is if you want to enhance the prompt and you want to change it up, especially with Etsy's creativity standards that was published or updated in June earlier this year. You are not allowed to just copy and paste as I'm doing here, but the purpose of today's video is just to compare the two systems. Although if this is something that you want to use in your store or use this prompt for your digital store, then the advice is to change it up, change the quote to hocus pocus, change the orange slice here to something else, strawberries. So that's the whole purpose of use the base prompt and then just change it as you go along. Anyway, so let's generate, and then we will do the same here. Paste, that's my aspect ratio over here. I am going to not choose a style, so I'm going to just leave it on none so that it takes all the instructions of my prompt, right? Create the image, and the next one we're going to do it at the same time, just so that we can compare the timing of the two systems to see which one is faster. Although I don't want to take a break, so I'm just going to copy and paste both quickly so that we can have a fair timing of the two systems. Let's see, go. And I haven't changed the aspect ratio here, so I have to redo that. I wanted apples for apples, not apples versus pears. Okay, so I know Artisly you have to refresh. From my experience, Canva is usually quicker, although it is taking some time now. Okay, but we'll do the next one faster. Okay, so that's it. What do you guys think? First prompt, that's the original prompt. This is Artisly, this is Canva. I like Artisly, although let's look at this one. Let's bring myself down here. Try and do this. So this is Canva. Not really something I would use for a Tumblr app. It looks semi-real, but perhaps that's because I left the style on none. So if I go illustration, copy the prompt, change the aspect ratio, create image. Let's do this. Why does it do this? Why does it go all the way back? It's not supposed to. Let me just do this again. Sorry. Why does it do that? This, that. Why do I have to reset it every time? It's not the norm. Okay, more like a water, more like a, this one seems a bit too realistic, I think, for me, but I chose Illustrator, and it's getting closer to what I would probably use on a Tumblr app. Okay, let's go there, and let's look at this one. The text is not working there, but I like the output. Okay, very scary looking, sweet, but deadly. So text issues there. Sweet but deadly, so that's right. Sweet but deadly, that's right. Okay, love it. Let's go to the next prompt. There we go. No. Okay, let's move over to the next prompt. So, and what I like to do with Artisly, I like to click on regenerate, because it remembers the setting that I selected the last time. paste 4, and we want to do this a bit fast on the right hand side. I just want to give you guys an idea of the speed capability of both. This doesn't mean that it's not done. It just sometimes means that with Artisly you need to refresh, and you will more than likely get your image generated, right? There we go. So all done. Oh, lots of people are using Dreamlab right now. Please try again in a few minutes. So not the best timing. Let's try again. That must be part of the reason why it's so delayed, because Canvas AI, in terms of an advantage, is that they are a lot quicker than the other systems, if not the fastest. In terms, Kittle definitely is not fast. It's a waiting game, and you need to do one at a time. Ideogram is relatively fast. I still think under normal conditions that Canva is fast, generally the fastest in my opinion. Artisly, for me, the time, the process speed is good enough. I have seen some people complaining about it, but I am generally very impatient. So if it's good for me, I think it's gonna be good for a lot of people. I don't have a problem with Artisly's time. So it seems like I copied the old previous prompt. Let's just do a new one and start fresh. Let's do number 3. Copy. Okay. Paste. Let's start with Canva. We're still on illustration. And just remember here, you can choose others, right? You can have it in a sketch, black and white style, vector style. You can use smart. So there's quite a couple. Just like with Artisly, we've got that whole list. You can play around with the same prompt with different styles and just try and figure out what works for you and what's going to make your customer base happy. So I'm just going to paste that one. Let's just regenerate this one. Paste, select 4. Also, another difference between these two systems: with Artisly, I have to choose the amount of outputs. With Canva and with Midjourney and with Ideogram, it's pretty much the stock standard 4. You don't have an option, you don't have a choice. So there's something wrong. I don't think this will work with Canva today. Sorry guys. They are having some server issues, and it seems like a lot of people are using this software today. We're lucky. There we go. So did you see how quick that is now with Canva? I was lucky, but that's how quick Canva is normally. So on the left, that's Artisly. Love it. Black, dark background. And just to read the prompt, with bold Halloween font in the center, reading, get tricked or treat yourself. Get tricked or treat yourself. Get tricked or treat yourself. So it's getting the text. This ultra detailed design features a whimsical Halloween milkshake bursting with rainbow candies, candy corn, overflowing whipped cream, sprinkles, and syrup drips, surrounded by carved jack-o'-lanterns, spooky skulls, glowing stars, all set against the deep black background. The entire image is scented with neon lights, bright holographic color reflections, shiny textures, and vector sharp clarity. I'm reading it just so that you can kind of make the assessment to see if it actually captures or reduced exactly per the instruction, right? So this looks amazing, actually. This looks really amazing. I love this. And even though it's the same prompt, the final image in Canva looks totally different from this. Let's move on to the next one. I don't know. So I think maybe we should choose a winner. Let me know each one. This is really beautiful, but definitely not for a Tumblr design, which is where this file is. I have listed these ones on Etsy. I sold this is a recent listing, and I sold, sales started coming in already. So this one sold, Witch Fuel, and another one sold, and they were recently listed, right? So I like this output, even though it's not something that I would use, but you know, you could probably get a purpose for it. Let's try different. Let's go to something else. Plants, sports theme, book lovers. Let's see what else is there. Okay, so I had some fun yesterday with some t-shirt designs. Let's go to t-shirt designs. Not Halloween. I had some fun yesterday with back to school. Okay, so these are some of the back to school t-shirt designs that I created. This is pre-K princess. I think it's adorable. I posted it in the Facebook group and people loved it. There's one person made a video on this one with Video Express, a software that I don't know. I haven't used it myself, but I've been hearing some good things about it. So let's just copy. I'll use the same art style, which is watercolor, digital inspired. Paste for. Let's hope the server allows us. I remember actually using this prompt in Canva when I built this theme, right? And I didn't like the output that I got from Canva, even like behind the scenes. So this was created with Artisly, and it's still bringing me back results. Even though it's on a different day, same prompt, I'm still able to get the same results from Artisly. I tried Canva. I'm gonna go none and just see what the system comes up with. Okay, let's use the prompt. Then go none again, and we will go smart. Because sometimes you have to do this, right? You have to just play around with your art style so that you can see what the system will generate for you. If we do this same methodology here, instead of going watercolor, art style, digital inspired, which is this one, let's say we go with Clipart. Each one will give you a different look and feel. And that's why I said earlier, try and figure out your sweet spot, or you can lean on that art illustrator option, designer, cut down on wasting time and cut down on trying and just speeding up your process. So I'm never in doubt. I will always go to watercolor digital inspired, because it gives me the best results. And I stick with it. Like I stick with what I know. So this is different feel. This one was smart. So smart basically just picks up from your prompt, and then it kind of tries and figure it out on its own what it needs to do. Okay, so that's smart. This one is none, but again, still not what I want. So in this option, pre-K princess, I think Artisly is the winner, definitely. Okay, so you can see slightly different. You have to know which one is going to work for you, or that you can lean on, and just go to that illustrator. And there's a lot of stuff happening here. I'm not doing an overview, but I am just doing a comparison between Canva and AI. Now, this one I did in Canva AI. So let's go to that prompt and try and see if Artisly can give us something better, or will AI Canva Dreamlab be the winner? See, and I said here vector. As you can see there, vector. So I'll change it to vector, and that's what the vault is about, just like laying it all out for you so that you don't have to waste time. So if you want something like this and you want to tweak it up, you want to add a soccer ball, or you want to add a set of glasses in the 100, like spectacles, nerd reading glasses that shapes like 100, you can use the base prompt and then just edit it according to what you want, right? So let's do that. Art Illustrator, I'll go to my favorite, and then I'll paste. So I don't think it's fair to do a time or a processing speed test because of earlier, but generally my experience with Canva is that it is faster, and I don't have to do this. I don't have to refresh anything. Once it's done, and it tells me, hey, I'm done, ready for the next one. I have to refresh on this end. But I think these came out pretty cool. It's just it's not giving me the full reading of 100 days of school. As with Artisly, as you can see here, it's kind of smart and understanding that it needs to see the full word, the full quote. Sorry, 100 days of school. I get the quote here, but it's just like too much. So perhaps what you can do is ask for the pencil to be on the side. Let me just refresh here again, and we can do that here. So Creative Vibrant, let's go find pencil. What's going on? Okay, with a large pastel rainbow pencil to the right of the design, to the left of the design. Okay, I don't want it behind. Add a smiling red apple character peeking out from behind the pencil. Okay, I've just changed the position. So we're changing the position here, and then we are going to copy this prompt and take it exactly further with the changes. Can you see the system is kind of smart here? Okay, the 100's cut off, but it's not that you can't read it. I just find with, look here, perfect, beautiful. So just with that minor change, you've got a pencil on the right and you can read the quote as intended. Let's see if Artisly can do that. So that's what that's really the message, right? Use the prompt, use the base prompt, add your own things. Avoid getting into trouble with Etsy in terms of the creativity standards. We can even use the same prompt. Let's try this. Okay, make the style featuring the 00 must be soccer balls, right? Let's just see if that makes a change. We've already figured out the pencil to the right. So at least out of the 4, I got one full quote. I love it. This one's almost had it, but again, it will just cost you another generation. Okay, there we go. To the left, to the left. And now you can read everything. Now I can read everything, which is even better than the one that I've listed on Etsy. And I'm thinking of using this one for another t-shirt. Okay, let's do the last and final one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And please let me know in the comments which system you think will you use for your next project. I don't know if you guys know, Artisly, unlike any of the other tools that I have, I use 6-7 different systems at any given time. So Midjourney, DALL-E, I use ChatGPT's image generator, I use Canva, Artisly, Playground. I think I'm on 7 now. But those are ideogram, some of the tools that I use on a daily basis. Because I'm in a teaching capacity, I have to have access to all these tools so I can better support my community. Let's see which one. Okay, this one I slightly edited in Canva. I created it with ChatGPT, and these 3 pencils I took the rest of the design is the output from ChatGPT. I added these 3 pencils because there was just a bit of a gap here that didn't look too much negative space, and I just used Canvas elements and I added it here. So if you do use this prompt and you don't get the pencils, you can just go to Canva and edit your design. Let's see, I like this one. So let's go. Okay, this will be the last one. Paste, vector. Okay, we'll go. And with Artisly, you can easily remove the background. There's another tool which is amazing and such a time saver, bulk actions. And in bulk actions, removing the background and upscaling the image all in one system it is able to do that in Artisly. In Canvas AI, you can't do that, and it's not. Sorry, let me just generate while I'm talking. It's definitely not available in a bulk. You can upscale and you can remove the background, but it is a longer process, and maybe that's another video for another day. But just so that you know, you can bulk remove background and bulk upscale, getting it ready to list on Mockup and list on Etsy. In Canva, you can upscale as well as removing the background, but it's not a bulk process, so still very time consuming and tedious, just so that you know. Okay, so we copied and pasted our prompt. I'm going to do it again. Let's go smart. Let's refresh here. I think Canva is going to win. Canva will win this round because that's what the final image was. This is awesome. Back to school vibes. Amazing. Remove the background, slap it on a t-shirt, and you're good to go. This is more of a watercolor vibe. It probably could work, but I just feel that for a t-shirt, this output is better. I like the groovy text effect here. The bubble letters, I don't really see the bubble letters here, although the prompt is built with the instruction for groovy bubble letters. I just feel like Canva actually got the instruction very well. This font is still too blocky for me, and it doesn't grasp the groovy part of the text, the bubbly. So I like this one. This is what I listed yesterday in my Etsy store. So I think this is amazing. Makes me want to make another listing now. But that is it. The two systems, Artisly on the left, Canva on the right. In terms of costing, Artisly, once-off fee. The link is in the description. So if you want to check it out, starts at $49 once off, and then it does increase to $147. Those are the two plans. So you've got a commercial plan where you can use the features that's available to you with commercial rights, and you can sell your creations. And with the 147 plan, you can, everything's open. There would be nothing that is not available to you. Future updates are included in the 147 ones of lifetime access. And Canva, I think, is about $15, $12 per month, and you've got a limitation of about 500 credits. I think I'm on about 300, so I've used 200. There is a limitation here with Artisly. They offer unlimited, but to prevent bot usage or member abuser abuse, they've got like an internal limit of about 400 a day. But still, 500 with Canva a month versus Artisly, let's call it 400 a day. I've never hit a max. I've never been told you are generating too much, and I'm a heavy user. So again, the link will be in the description. I do get a commission, so just so that you know, in terms of disclaimers, I do get commission for Artisly. I am an affiliate to their program. And I think that's a wrap for the two systems. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've got questions, or if there is a particular video you want me to do for you to help you in your business, let me know, and I will see you in the next one.